Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I wanted to show you how to make a coffee filter little mini album. So I picked these up at Target, and there's 40 filters. They're the natural coffee filters, and they come flat. And see how they have they kind of have where they attach them there. So these will make a great little page for a mini album. I'm not sure if you can pick these up at the Dollar Tree, but maybe you can. I don't know. I think maybe they just have the white ones. But I just thought this would be fun since they're a natural color. They're kind of a craft color to do an album that is like a camping woodland theme. And so I have this Woodland Parklane Paperie from Joanns. It's a double-sided paper pad, and it has several different double-sided papers, and then it has cut aparts and things like that. So I thought it would be perfect because I just went on a backpacking camping trip, and so it would be fun to use that to put pictures in. So the things that you'll need for this project are some kind of designer paper, some coffee filters, of course, and maybe you can make it as big as you would like. I'll probably stick to like 5 or 6 of these for my pages. And then you need some colored cardstock. I have some scraps here that I picked out that will go nicely with this paper pad. I'm going to use these for tags to go inside the pockets, because when you put all these coffee filters together, of course there's the opening of the coffee filter, and those will make great areas to put tags in to pull out that you can put more pictures or journaling or whatever. I have some ribbon here to use for just embellishing and as well as to tie up the little book. I have some distress ink. You also will need scissors and your glue. I'm going to use tacky glue. You'll also need a paper cutter, a pencil to trace, and anything else that you would like to use to embellish. I haven't pulled my embellishments out yet. This tutorial, I will be showing you how to make the base of the book, and then possibly just fast forwarding through, doing some embellishing and things like that. So I hope that's something that you would like to do. Go ahead and grab your craft supplies and come craft with me. Alright, so I'm starting out. I'm going to use 5 filters. These filters have a little tab at the top, as you can see, so I'm alternating them because later I will go in and add like a little tag or a little marker with a piece of cardstock. Maybe punch out some circles with cardstock so there's like a tab on each side, or you could add ribbon to it. And now I'm just going through and I'm selecting the papers that I want to use. I really like that paper with the bear and the other animals on it, as well as the plaid. So I'm going to cut or trace first and then cut around enough pieces to go on each side of the coffee filter. So you need 10 pieces. And something that I worked out at the end was that you need to pay attention to which side you're putting your paper on. If you want to coordinate, if you want to lay out what pattern you're going to put on each side, then you need to pay attention as to which side you're tracing so that it matches up with that little tab along the side. So I did this on all of my papers that I wanted to use. Just went ahead and traced them all, cut them out. With them all cut out, I decided to go ahead and cut another little small sliver about 1/8 of an inch all the way around, just so that I could see a border of that craft part of the coffee filter. And I did go ahead and use my distress ink and distressed everything, which you'll see here in a second. But I went and did that with all of them, as well as trying to figure out which side of the paper I wanted it on each side of this little mini album on each page. So now I am distressing it, like I said. And I just kind of did a quick little brush along all the edges. I really liked how that just gave it a different dimension or whatever to, you know, it made it look a little bit more rustic. After you have them all laid out the way that you want them in the right order, I went with my tacky glue for this, but you can use any kind of adhesive that you would like that you think would be strong enough. I just like the tacky glue, and what I did was I put the tacky glue down, squeezed it on there, and then I ran my finger over it just to make it smooth so you couldn't see the little, like, sometimes you can see little bumps, but if you smooth it out you can't. And this paper was a little bit thicker. It was probably about 65-pound paper, so I think it worked out fine. As well, when you use the tacky glue, it kind of adds a stability factor to your projects. So I'm just going through and gluing them all down on each side. Now I'm going to make the tags that will go inside the coffee filter pockets. So I'm just tracing the coffee filter page onto the colored cardstock. I'm going to cut out 5 different colors, or I have 4 colors, so I need to cut 5 out for each of the pockets. And you can actually add more than one in each of the pages if you'd like, depending on how many pictures you have. But I'm just doing 5 for now. I'll probably put a picture on each side of the tag. Depending on how many pictures I have, I may decide to add more later. With everything cut out and glued, now I'm putting all of my pages together, and I'm using a crocodile. If you don't have a crocodile, it is a hole punch that you can actually put together grommets and things like that with it, but it is a really nice hole puncher that you can punch through thick things. So I punched 3 holes on the side there, 1 on each end and then 1 in the middle. And now I'm just going to take my various ribbons and tie knots through the end. Now you could add little binder rings and then tie your ribbons around the binder rings, depending on how thick you want your spine, or how thick your book is. The binder rings might be better for more pages. But for this one, I'm just using the ribbons, and I'm not tying them, I'm tying them tight, but not tight to the book, if you know what I mean. I'm leaving a little leeway there and then double knotting it and tying it tight at the double knot, but there's still a little room right up against the book so that the book can open easily. So I think I have about 6 different ribbons here. I'm using all the colors that I have that are in the paper and kind of goes along with the paper. I think I tied 2 in each hole. Now for the tag inserts, I'm going to punch a hole along the edge and add some ribbon in there. So I was kind of lining it up to see where I want to punch the hole, because I want the ribbons to pop out along the whole edge of the book. So for this one, in my first page, I punched the hole towards the top, and now I'm looking to see where I want the next ribbon. So I'm just going to move down on that one a little bit and add a different ribbon. And I'm trying to do opposing colors of ribbon and paper. I have everything done, so now I'm moving on to decorating my book. So I picked out this cut apart sheet that was in the collection, and I haven't decided yet at this point which one I want to use on the front, but I think it's going to be this little Nuts About You one. I'm kind of looking to see. And yeah, I just decided I'd like this one with the squirrel on it. He is super cute. So I'm going to mount him on a piece of colored cardstock. First on the blue and then onto the brown. I'm just using my tacky glue again. I'm going to use my Distress ink and go around on the cut apart, just like I did on everything else. I made the border a little bit too thick, so I'm just trimming those pieces off there. And I pulled out this little border strip that was in the paper pad, and I wanted to line that up along the bottom there. This piece is really cute because it has flowers and mushrooms on it, and I just thought the colors went really well. And then I decided to turn it to the side because the binding of the book is kind of on the side of that, as opposed to making it straight along with the bottom of that straight edge there. I'm just trimming it along the edges, and then I'll use my tacky glue to glue it down. I'm going to layer this on top of it. And I have some sparkly orange washi tape that I had in my stash. I believe it was from Target at Thanksgiving time. So I'm going to add a strip of that there. Of course, I'm adding tacky glue to it because that glitter washi tape never sticks very well. So I'm just going to smush it around on there to stick it down. And I want to add a flower up at the top. So I used some dies that I had in my stash, a flower die, and cut out one of the blue and one of the rust colored cardstock that I used for the tags there. And I'm going to just stress it along the edges and then layer them up there. And I found a blue button that I had. It's an antique button that I had to put on the center. So I thought this was really cute. And just add another little embellishment to the top of the book. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this project. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.